Good evening, class. My name is Christopher Farrar, and I'm going to be actually speaking on the topic of elderly drivers being retested at age 65. So, as a show of hands, how many of you have been driving and you're going at a steady pace, just minding your own business, and next thing you know, you come up on a car that's driving slower than everybody else? And you think it's somebody texting, or you think it's possibly somebody drunk, only to pass them up and you see this little old guy driving up, hand on the steering wheel, just, and you can smell the death on them. It's pretty bad. Okay, so, next slide, please. So, according to the National Highway Transit Safety Administration, in 2014, 5,709 people aged 65 and older were killed in motor vehicle crashes, and 221,000 injured. On average, that's 15 deaths and 500 injured a day. Not good. This startling statistic affects all of us as drivers, and even family members that still drive. Grandma, grandpa, and our streets are growing daily, like the traffic on our streets. Next slide. So, as an Arizona native, I've dealt with many old people in my life, driving, aunts, great-grandparents, and I could tell at an early age that some of them needed their keys taken away. So at the end of this presentation, I'm going to ask that you consider signing my petition to where it makes it mandatory for drivers age 65 and older to just go through random to be retested to make sure that their reflexes and that they're still capable of driving a vehicle. So in my calm, objective opinion, I will tell you why I believe so strongly in this matter. Next slide. One more. Okay. According to a 2015 report from the NHTSA, it stated that drivers age 65 and older accounted for 18% of all traffic accidents. All 18%. So, next slide. Many elders don't have the mobility that they used to have at one time. As we get older, things start going away or getting worse. Hearing, vision, can't move our neck the way we want to, get arthritis in our hands. All right. Next slide. I also found out that 20% of people with dementia still drive. Yeah, so we have these old people driving streets that don't look the same, but they know where they're going, and they're reliving old memories, which leads to their loved ones looking for them and doing silver alerts. If you don't know what those are the alerts that go out for older people. It's similar to Amber Alerts for kids, but it's just for older people. Next slide. So. I presented some of the problems that elder drivers pose on society, so I'm going to go ahead and discuss what kind of solutions we have. Elder drivers' health screenings would be administered by health professionals. In this way, you can even ask their doctors to join in and help them with that, to where they feel comfortable with who's doing the actual screening. The test would focus on traditional rules of the road, vision reactionary skills, and hearing reactionary skills. The test would either deem them capable to drive, or if they fail it, then steps would be taken to get them transportation through other means, whether it be family or some government-sponsored program that helps them get around because everyone needs to get around at one time or another for appointments, groceries, what have you. In this, if we do that, then of course we'll reduce elder-involved accidents, and we'll also minimize silver alert notifications. Now, experts say that denying licenses solely on the basis of age is obviously unfair and unwise and unnecessary, which is true. Not all old people that drive are bad drivers. A lot of them are very safe, a lot safer than most people on the road. And I don't want to appear that I'm discriminating against older people. I love old people. They love me too. They tell me every day at the bank. So with that, I know the moral dilemma it may cause, that you're taking away their independence, or you're going to have a strained relationship, and taking away their keys may cause them to be depressed. It's one of the last things that they can really do on their own. Next slide. Okay, so tonight we've discussed the problems that seniors pose, mandatory testing at age 65, the benefits of it, the moral dilemma it may cause, and the signing of my petition to put this on the next ballot. Next slide. So I implore you, sign my petition and save a life. The life you save may be your very own.